A complete past tense story in English for reading, writing, and speaking. You are watching English Learning with Neil Sir. Let's first understand the definition of the tense. The term past tense is the form of a verb used to describe actions in the past. The past tense is made up of the following: simple past, which is the subject plus the verb plus the object; past continuous, which is the subject plus was or verb plus the verb ing plus the object; and the past perfect is the subject plus had plus the verb third form and the object of the sentence. Now let's listen and watch the story to understand the tense. Listen and practice. A story on the mystery creature. I was crossing a river on my way home the previous weekend when I experienced an unusual occurrence. I had a hard and challenging day at work, and it was late at night. The sky was filled with a magnificent full moon, and there was silence. After a few drinks at a nearby bar, I was feeling lonely and exhausted. So, I made the decision to stop by the riverside and observe the moon for a bit. I was sitting on a stone that was quite near the water edge when I glanced up at the large moon and pondered all that had happened in my life. I closed my eyes because I was so exhausted, and a little while after I was asleep. The moon had slipped behind a cloud when I woke up, and it was really chilly and dark outside. An owl was hooting in a tree above me as the wind blew. When I was about to stand up after rubbing my eyes, I heard a splash. I noticed something when I gazed down at the river. Something awful, terrifying, and unlikely anything I had ever seen. Something was approaching me as it emerged from the river. Something nasty, odd, and green. From the water, a long green arm was reaching out to grab my leg. I was unable to move because of my fear. In my entire life, I had never felt so terrified. As the scary green hand drew nearer, there suddenly appeared a blue light and an odd noise coming from behind me. Next to me, someone ran up the stones. He had an insane expression on his face and was dressed in an odd attire. He pointed something at the water monster and yelled, "Get back!" The monster hissed, then vanished after a dazzling flash. I looked at the man. He had an odd yet good appearance. He warned against sleeping beside the river during a full moon. The moon goblins will grab you. The concept of moon goblins was new to me. I was at a loss for what to do. Who? Who are you? I questioned. You can call me the doctor, he responded. When he turned around and said, "Watch the stars at night and be careful of the full moon," I was trying to come up with something else to say when there was another blue flash and I closed my eyes. I was attempting to understand what he was saying. He had left when I reopened my eyes. I couldn't understand what had happened. Moon goblins? What are they? And the mystery doctor? Who was he? Why did he save me then? I wanted to find out the answers to these mysterious things. I got to my feet. looked up at the moon once again and headed straight back home. Thank you for watching my video. Stay tuned for my next video. Till then, keep watching and keep learning.